Hi guys, it's Salva. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're gonna do a little bit of a sit down video. It's me kind of chill, just relaxing and talking for a bit. I wanted to do a video about 24 things that I've learned at 24. It was my birthday. When was it? Today's the 18th, so 11 days ago. I didn't film too much birthday content. There just wasn't a lot going on, but I wanted to still do this video. I thought it'd be nice to just sit down and just talk for a while. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. First things first, cheers to 24. Doesn't feel like it at all. I still feel like I'm in a 16-year-old body, but you know, that's okay. So, number one. Oh, also just to preface, this isn't necessarily, okay, I guess it's mostly stuff that I've learned in the past year, but it also could just be an accumulation of the past few months or just 24 years in general. Either way, there's stuff that I've learned, some lessons that have been relatable to me. Might not be relatable to everyone, so just take that with a grain of salt. We're just here to be real, be a little vulnerable, and just, you know, just hang out for a bit. So number one, show yourself love. Love the F out of yourself. Okay, I know that's like the most basic common thing that people give for advice, like, oh, love yourself so much, love yourself first and all that, and I put that as number one because although it is, I don't want to say like too played out, but it is very, very true. Once you learn how to just love yourself and just pour things into you for once and just really appreciate who you are and who you've become and realize like how amazing that you really are, it's incredible. Like the things that you learn about yourself and realize, wow, like I actually am like pretty awesome compared to like what I've thought about myself, compared to what like I used to think about myself. You know what I mean? So loving yourself really is just where everything stems from. Yeah, love yourself always. Number two, even though I'm always growing, I'm whole and complete within myself. That is something that I've learned, I'd say, in like recent months. I am growing. We all are growing. We're all evolving. Every day we learn something new, whether about the world or ourselves. But even though I'm growing, I am still whole and complete within myself. No matter what relationship I'm in, what stage I am in life, there's always room to grow, but I could always come back to myself and say, hey, I have myself at the end of the day. I am whole and complete no matter where I am, with who I'm with, but there's still always room to grow. But I can't forget that I am who I am and I'm complete and enough, especially for myself. Number three, it's not too late. You're on your own timeline. And this is probably something that we all struggle with, thinking, oh, I'm like so behind compared to everybody else. I wish I would have done this sooner, a few years ago, things would be so different. These things run through my mind on a daily basis. I always feel like I'm behind, or this should be like this by now, or oh my gosh, this is what should be coming up soon, but I'm still here, or I think I fell a little bit behind in this aspect of my life. Like, no, we're all on our own path. We all have our own timeline. You might see someone that's at a certain stage that you wish you were at, but that doesn't mean that you will never get there. And just because you feel like something's late or too early, it's not. Everything happens at the time that it's supposed to happen. So just be patient and don't feel like you're falling behind or even too ahead, because you're not. This is your story and things are happening at your pace. Number four, this kind of ties into the last one. Comparison is the thief of joy. Again, something that I feel like we all kind of struggle with, comparing ourselves to others, and this does tie into the last one because we do tend to compare ourselves to people that we feel like are ahead of us, or this person is already engaged, or this person already has that dream job, or this person has that, and I wish I was in that position too. But that does take away your joy. It does take away the fact that you're not appreciating what you already have and looking at what is already in front of you. Because I guarantee that the things that you might be complaining about, someone else also wishes that they were in your position. Number five, enjoy the season you're in. So you know, like that certain time where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till this is over. I can't wait to just move on with my life. Then you look back and like, wow, I actually wish I was back in that season of my life because it was a lot easier than I thought it was. Just enjoy where you are now, because time does fly, and before you know it, you're going to be looking back at this exact moment, be like, wow, I really took that for granted. Like, I was complaining, I can't wait for this, for that, and then you're like, you know, I miss how things used to be. Number six, someone's opinion of me is not my opinion of me. Meaning, I am not a bad person if someone thinks I am. If someone thinks that you are a bad person, you have, I don't know, a bad heart, that is just their opinion of you. That does not define you. It does not mean that that is how you are by any means. People have certain insecurities that they tend to project onto you. So don't take what they say to heart, because we're all going through stuff and that's just them projecting how they are on the inside. You always want to keep that in mind. But if someone is making you feel a certain way that you don't like, that's not who you are. You don't have to feel like, oh, well, if they said this and that must be how I am. No. People's opinion of you is their opinion. What matters is your opinion about yourself. Number 7. Being alone is a gift. Now, I don't necessarily mean like being single. Just being alone, just having your own alone time with yourself is a gift. You do learn a lot about yourself when you have time just being alone and discovering your interests and who you really are. That truly is something beautiful if you look at it in that way. Number 8, take pictures of everything. Lately, I've been taking just random pictures just for myself, and they're not like the most like cute and aesthetic pictures. They're just really real and raw, and I just want to keep them for myself, just to remember like where I am right now. Like even if it's just something so mundane, like taking a picture of my coffee or the rain, I don't know. It's just something that I want to keep for myself. Just remember the little things, because sometimes the little things are the big things. Number 9 is read. I have taken up reading again in the past couple of months. It's just so nice. Like growing up, I had trouble reading, but lately, like just looking at all the book talk books and Bookstagram books, they're just so like nice to read. I want to continue doing that. I want to continue reading. Number 10, dream until it's your reality. That's a big one for me, and hopefully it's also a big one for you. Keep dreaming, keep pursuing your dreams, work until it manifests into your reality. Make it actually happen. Dream until it's your reality. It's as simple as that. Do not stop until it actually happens. Number 11, money will come back, but time won't. I'm not saying to just splurge and just spend all of your money, but you want to be smart with it. If you're debating, oh, should I do this? Should I buy that? Should I go out to dinner tonight with my friends? Should I book this vacation? Do it. The money will always come back one way or another, but your time, that's it. In the long run, it'll pay for all the memories that you make with your friends, all the traveling, and you're gonna be like, okay, I'm glad I did that. Number 12, failing is better than not trying at all. I don't want to look back when I'm 90 years old and say, why didn't I just do that? Why was I afraid? Like, I'm here now as a 90-year-old regretting that I should have done this and that. I didn't put myself out there like that, or I didn't pursue this dream. I might have failed at some things, but at least I tried. At least I tried. At least I gave it a shot. 13, choose people that choose you. You want to make sure that the people that you pour into are also pouring back into you. Cut out those negative people and choose people wisely. If you're constantly going to people that are just putting you on the back burner or like treating you like second best, odds are those people are not for you. You want to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with the best people. You want to be mindful of who's sitting at your table. Number 14, creating healthy habits will benefit you in the long run. Getting into a healthy routine can be a lot at first, especially if it's like waking up early or something like that, which is something that I do struggle with too. I mean, it's completely fine. But once you really push yourself to creating those healthy habits and getting in a routine, I promise it will make you feel so much better, especially throughout the day and just in other aspects of your life. Stay organized, get things together. It will benefit you, for sure. Number 15, I am responsible for my own happiness. The only person that is in charge of my happiness is myself. And same thing for you. Other people can definitely make you happy, but that is not all that determines your happiness. Make your happiness a priority and also one of your biggest responsibilities. Number 16, you won't have it all figured out, and that's all right. I feel like in our 20s, there is this, I don't know, I guess a bit of a stigma that you need to have everything planned out and figured out for when you're in your 30s, 40s, whatever. Even if you're at that age, you don't have to have everything figured out, because one way or another, it will work out. If you feel like things just aren't aligning right now, that is completely fine. You don't need everything figured out. It's okay. Number 17, don't take things so seriously. We're literally on a floating rock. That's literally what I wrote down. If something is weighing you down right now and it seems so serious, like it's like the end of the world or whatever, if you really think about it, 9 times out of 10, is it really that serious? Are things really that serious? Like, we're here on a floating rock. We're little humans on a floating rock. Don't take things so seriously. Number 18, I'm doing better than I think I am. Even just getting up in the morning, I did that. I got out of bed this morning. I'm doing better than I think I am. Definitely. Number 19, a bad day doesn't mean a bad life. You have one bad day, but then you also have like 10 other good days. Which one outweighs the other? A bad day is not a bad life. A bad day will pass, it'll be over with, and that's it. Number 20. Okay, these next couple of ones are a little bit vulnerable, and I was debating whether to put them in the video, but then I thought, you know, if it helps someone watching, then why not? We'll put it in. Number 20. Healing is not linear. It's not linear. Healing is not like a straight line. Like, every day is gonna get better as time goes on. It's not like, oh, as time goes on, every day will get better and better. You'll have one day where you feel better, and then the next day it just feels like you're back to where you were. That is completely fine. And there might even be some things that you might not 100% heal from, which is, again, totally fine. But don't feel like you have one good day and then you're back to where you were, that you're not healing correctly. You're still healing. Give yourself time. It's not linear. You're not gonna feel better day by day all the time. You'll have ups and downs. Just giving yourself the time to heal and the grace to heal is amazing. Number 21. Again, this is another vulnerable one that I was debating whether or not I should put in the video, but 21 is food is fuel. Don't get me wrong, like, I love food. I love watching food videos. I love watching mukbangs and all that, but over the past couple of years, I have developed sort of a weird relationship with food, and I'm not gonna get into detail because food could also be a weird situation for other people, so I don't want to get into it too much. But I feel like, I don't know, sometimes, see, it's like a fine line. It's hard to talk about. You shouldn't feel guilty for eating. You want a piece of cake, eat a piece of cake. If you're hungry, you're hungry. You're fueling your body. You're giving yourself energy to do things throughout the day, to do fun things throughout the day. It's okay to eat. Do not feel guilty to eat. Number 22. How you feel matters more than how you look. Social media is a highlight reel. We're all posting the good things a majority of the time. But someone could see me posting whatever and think, oh, she looks so happy, but can we really get that just from a social media post? We might portray ourselves to be the most content that we have ever been, but on the inside we might feel something else. So what I mean is, it's more important that I feel happy than if I perceive to be happy to other people. Looking versus actually feeling happy. 23. Be yourself. Be wild. Be weird. Be the main character of your life and make your life the best story. I'm sure we've seen quotes like that online of how, like, this is your life. Be main character energy. Make this like the best story ever written. That is so true. Have so much fun. Talk to random people. Do anything, okay? Make your life amazing. And number 24. This kind of wraps up everything. I just wrote, these are all lessons. They're just lessons. If they're not acted out all the time, that's completely okay. What I mean by that is, take whatever... I feel like this is like an advice session when I'm talking about like stuff that I've learned, but like, you guys know what I mean. This is for myself and also for you. What I said today, they're just lessons. If you don't act on them all the time, that's fine. We're learning, we're growing, we're evolving. It's part of the human experience. I talked a lot today. That was like an interesting video. I feel like that's something I would have said on, like, if I had a podcast, that would be like a bunch of stuff that I would talk about, like a bunch of topics that I would dive into for sure. I've not actually done a video like that, but I hope you guys liked it because we did get a little bit vulnerable, we got a little real, but we also just hung out for a bit because I like hanging out with you guys. You guys are my friends. You're my online friends, but you're still my friends. And that pretty much wraps up today's video. Again, cheers to 24. Doesn't feel like it at all. And yeah, I think that's it. But if you like today's video, please consider giving it a like and also consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.